Ciencia.
How's it all going, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Nash's Adventures. If you're new, please hit the subscribe button down below. Today's video will be all about all my homemade lures that I have made. Well, not all of them. Most of the good ones. So anyway, to start off, this here was my first proper about 4-inch lure, I think. 4-inch diver. Didn't paint it, I just drew on it to see how it would work. This works really good. I haven't had any, haven't used it for fish, I've just tried it out. This is really good. It's got a clear coat on it, a layer of super glue, got a little weight in the bottom. This works really good in the water. If I can be bothered, I'll go down to the water and try all these out individually to show you how they work. This does this in the water, just does that, just kicks around, goes to about a metre, I think, so that I reckon if you pull this too fast it will get out, do on the side, you know how hard bodies sometimes do that, and if it does it will just go straight, just won't even do that, it'll just dive like that. This is the close-up, if it's going to work. Just with random. See if that's going to focus. So that's got, I think, a 3 or 4 mil acrylic. I call it acrylic. So it's probably a 4 mil or 3 mil size acrylic. I just shape out the bib to the shape I want it for the type of bib. I have made a jerkbait that did not work out well. So this lure here is the exact same lure, it's just more rounded and it's painted, as you can see. So I did paint it white. Well, all that yellow that's the white. I did try to make gill pattern and the eye pattern. Wasn't really favourite part, was probably this side here. I did use just those hook hanger, not really a hook, it's just an eye, something like that. I just use that, put it on the hook point, toe points, and that's how I use them. Just probably screw in the bait, put either super glue or mostly epoxy I use for them. I'll show you how this swims in the water. It doesn't really swim that good. Not as good as this one, as you saw. This is more like not as good as action as the other one. It's more like got a weird thing that doesn't really want to wobble sometimes. So here's the close-up. So this is the exact same size, thickness bib. I think it's a bit wider, so it's a bit wider than the other one with these parts here, as you can see. Next lure was trying to be a small crankbait type lure for brim and flathead, and maybe the odd pike. So this is it. I think it's a 3-inch little try to be a crankbait. So I tried to paint it with a white belly and a gold top inside. I should have painted it black on the top to make like that. Done like a pattern like that. I painted on the eyes myself, as I did with that one, as you saw. This is a very smaller bib because it was meant to be a crankbait, as you can see. Much smaller. If you want to see a lure build, comment down below and I'll decide what type of lure I want to build, or you can suggest a lure. These 3 lures here were made with screw wires. The others I actually got wire and made them myself. So I think it was this one, yeah. So this was meant to be for a flat, to go for flatted on the flats, just like a slow roll. Trying to do this, but it turned out to be, I actually really liked it. If you do it really slow along the surface, this is pretty much just doesn't even dive 30 centimeters. It just like sinks below the surface, and it just does these ones side to side like that. Just wants to go like that. Anyway, I haven't finished this even though it's been a while since. It's what I tend to do. I tend to make the lure but not paint it. These I made my own little screw wires, made just from, I think it was, I don't know what mill wire it was. I just used some stainless steel wire that I just bent together in a vise. If you want to see a video of that again, of me making these, comment down below a video suggestion for a lure build and I'll try to tend to do it. Yeah, so I drew out holes for the eyes, covered it in super glue to seal the wood so I can then go and test it out. Alright, so here come the lures that I have been dying to get onto. This lure I made with my mate. It works so good in the water. Like I'll show you the video like right now. Oh, it works so good, and it is a cod walker. I don't know what I'm going to call it. If you have a name for this, again, comment down below. It is a jointed cod lure, and it works really good. This is actually made out of balsa. The rest of these lures are made out of pine, just regular pine you get from your hardware store. Yeah, so I bent with this bib. I made it myself out of the same stuff we use. This acrylic, and we just got melted this side, underside in here. It's got a cloth and bent it up to the same degree, or at least attempted to, and then putting a screw at the bottom and the hook point at the top. I didn't put super glue, that's why it's you can see the wood under there, so I didn't paint it at first. Same homemade screw wires, not these ones that you just get from your hardware shop. This is my latest lure that I've built. I just finished it the other day. Just gotta glue it. This is what it is. Swim bait. I have another one sitting up there. It's not as good, but doesn't have to swim in the water. These are both floating lures. Well, this is a floating lure, a flat bottom, so I can put all the lead in. I have, well, let's see, one at the front, one sinker at the front, 2 there, 3 there, so you can get that joint. I haven't used this yet in the water, but I know it floats, and I want to see what it does in the water. I don't even know why, but my camera just turned off as I was speaking through that. I think I was talking about these eyes here. Yeah, just painted them on white base. I drilled out the eye socket like these, and just put white base paint under it, and then put a black on the little dot on the top to represent the eyes. All of these angles that I cut here was in a 45-degree angle, so I just marked it out when the lure was square on the tops like that, and I just measured them up and then cut it, not fully through, until I was finished shaping the lure and sanding and stuff. Yeah, that's pretty much all my lures that I actually like and I've kept, not thrown them out. Anyway, so thank you all for watching. If you haven't, please hit the subscribe down below, hit the like button, comment down below if you want to see a lure build, full run through on a lure build, on how I build it, fish it. So, and if you want to see how I fish most of these lures, comment down that below as well. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video of Nash's Adventures.